So yeah, failsafe says he's waiting for a wick and a sharp move up. And again, because I'm not going to argue that and say we could get that, because even though my bias is bearish, I am fully expecting some sort of, if we get a long setup, I wouldn't mind taking it. But again, I want to see something maybe like this and then back down again. And I do like how these equal lows here. It's FOMC minutes, Nighthawk. I don't think they'll be affected as much. And again, this is where we could get a possible SMT. Okay. See, this is a nice fair value gap in NAS, a short, and I'm still bullish to these equal highs in ES. So this is where I'd expect some sort of SMT. I'm not sure where we're gonna stop, but and then I'd be targeting these lows in NAS.
YM's kind of juiced though.
YM is?
Well, relative to the other two.
Yeah, YM is kind of in its own world right now. Okay, so there's the low at NAS. So unfortunately, now that we hit the low at NAS, this probably, it could still turn it into an SMT, but again, this is why it would have been better if this was an SMT. Again, I'm still bearish. It's kind of annoying how we did not hit these equal lows on ES, or equal highs. We don't need to hit these, okay? It's just, it'd be preferable to go back down. If the bias truly is bearish today, which I think it is, then we'd have to hit these to go back down. But the fact we're leaving these up here, does not make me as confident. So I'm gonna do a quick little, I want to check something real quick here. Okay, so this high is from 934. This high is from, this is the 934 high. So yeah, I don't know, I'd want to see an SMT here. So something like this. And then I don't want NAS to go back over that fair value gap. I think NAS is a lot more bearish right now than ES. And the reason why I think that is because if you look at, let me go to the higher time frame. If you look at the daily, okay, this is a very nice daily SMT. Okay, see how we hit the high on ES, and we actually we didn't even get close to it on CPI this morning. So I think NAS is a better chance of definitely dumping here to go down here. And then once we dump, I think we're going to get one more pump back up the buy side, probably definitely up here. And then somewhere in here, this is when I think some sort of major event's going to happen. We're going to just dump. So, damn. So, ES did leave these equal highs up here, which I don't like. I mean, I'm still right about the bias. I'm still bearish. It's just, these are the little things where, okay, if you're leaving equal highs up here, my bias could be wrong. Because if there's, like I say, if there's equal lows if there's equal lows and equal highs above and below, I wait for one side to get swept and then I take the other. I mean, I'm hoping these equal highs are not going to matter. Okay, my target on NQ is this low here.
Yeah, I gotta head to class, bro. I'll catch you later.
All right, I'll see you later, Jackson.
Yep, have a good one.
Thanks, you too, man. This is going to be nice for value gap if this forms. I'm not sure where it's going to form if it does, though. So NQ does look like we're gonna form a fair value gap here, which is another nice, which should be another nice fair value gap. The thing with this one, okay, so we just hit discount on an NQ, okay, but we have already hit discount so much, we're like, I still think we're gonna hit this low. Okay, a lot of retail, they're gonna see a candle like this and be like, oh, we're gonna pump out of this, right? And I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're gonna hit this low. Sound cutting on and off. Okay. Okay, so the fair value gap did form. I still do not like these equal highs. There's now 4 of them. And they are equal highs on the 5 minute as well. Again, I'm not saying we're gonna hit these. It's just it's really against the rules to short this. I want to chase here so bad. NQ is just consolidating here. NQ looks like it's building up some nice low resistance liquidity. So this kind of supports my thesis to keep going down.
That's YM.
Or, sorry, YM. My bad. So this supports my thesis to go down here. Just like NQ, I think it's going to hit this low. Okay, it's going well.
Apparently, it's Nvidia that's dumping.
Okay. Well, we're about to
according to Sextuple Chin Capital.
Alright, if you guys chase this from what I said, we're going to hit this. I know some of you guys probably chase this. You're probably up 30 or 40 points right now. I'd probably get out just in case. Let's see if this hits. That's why I should have chased. I wish I had an options account. I would have chased that. That was like a 30-point move. Okay, there's the target. I still think we can go lower. And then this is the target on ES. Metal, did you take that?
I'm not taking any live trades. I have a sim short from one of the fair value gaps way up high. I'm holding it to that 60-minute sell side. that you posted earlier.
Yeah, that's gonna be. See, that's my ultimate target too, down here. That's gonna might be a little bit though.
Yeah, I may not hit today.
Yeah. Okay, remember, I always remember what I tell you guys. I say whenever we get really close to sell side, we usually end up hitting it. Okay, so here's where, so now the NQ hit the low, NQ hit the low, and ES did not. Okay, wow, there's that YM dump that I was talking about. Okay, pretty textbook, setting up for low resistance liquidity. That's why I expected this. Okay, so ES and YM are still holding the fair value gap, obviously, which I would argue this is more of a void, not necessarily a fair value gap. Probably wondering whether to take this short or not. I guess this isn't a bad short if you're still not in a position. I don't know. I think it's at this point this is like 10 times the risk of what shorting up here was. So I don't know. I mean, if you're not in a play, this would be like another possible entry. Here would be your stop. Here would be your take profit. If you want to try it, I'm personally not. I'm probably done until minutes happens, and I do have class, unfortunately. So, yeah, and because NQ hit the low as well, this could set up for a nice SMT. So it's just a lot more risky, you know. I'll try it on demo just to see what happens. But this is probably like 10 times more the risk, so I'm just gonna. By the way, I hit $10,000 on my demo account, and I'm still in an MES short. I forgot I shorted earlier. So I'm in an MES short from up here. Funny enough. I totally forgot about that. So I have a buy limit down here. I'm gonna move my stop to break even. This is just more of a fun play. Alright. Let me check ES. So yeah, so ES, like I was saying before, I got equal highs up here, which I do not like. Yeah, ES, like I was saying before, this would be your stop loss, this would be your take profit if you want to try it. I think it's 10 times more the risk. Okay, because we wicked under this on ES so much, I think this would just be not totally worth it in my opinion. Again, if you haven't taken anything or you want to take a trade, this would be fine. But if you're kind of green, I'll stay out of this for now. I still think we have room lower, but my funded FX posted 467 competitions failed within 2 seconds of each other trading CPI, a new record. Wow. That's actually crazy. If I like to see, like, if I top tick this, it would have given me my 5 points almost exactly, 0.5 extra over, but obviously I didn't top tick it and I'm not even in this play, so I think we could definitely go hit these equal highs. So actually, here's a good lesson. I'm gonna go to my MES, okay? And I'm putting my stop. So this is where you manage. I'm putting my stop above here if I were to enter. Why can't I move this?
Oh, paper trading. It gets all bad around events.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, I moved my stop right here. And I'm actually going to take one. So I'm taking profit on one. Okay, this is what I do. This is kind of what I did earlier, okay? When I was in the short earlier, and we got down here to my 5-point take profit, I moved up my stop in live time because of these equal highs, but we never ended up hitting them. And right now I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm moving my stop up to here because if I see us break and boner through this fair value gap, I still think there's a possibility we go to these equal highs. So this is kind of how, when people say manage your position, this is what they mean. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this down here. Be a very good risk reward trade. So yeah, if we boner through this candle, we're likely going to go hit these equal highs. And what does that mean? Because my actual position was entered up here and I'm up 15 points, okay, and because I'm up 15 points here, okay, it's going to be I'm going to be stopped either way if I'm not stopped here. Because if I'm not stopped here, I mean, I could put my stop like right here, okay? But I'd rather get stopped at 10 points than getting stopped at 5 points because I think there's a strong chance if we rip back above this high, I think there's a strong chance we go back up to these equal highs. So this is my reasoning for putting my stop right here. And we'll see if I'm right or not. But again, NQM, SMT here, this could definitely rip back up. Because NQ already did hit my target, okay, this was my low-hanging fruit target today. Obviously, this is my down-the-road target, maybe for the next few days, but this is going to probably, again, once this hits a low, you really want to be careful shorting ES. It's just not a good idea. I really wish I took NQ on this. So I actually entered short up here as well on my funded account, so this is a demo and a paper trade. I like to, what I do is if you're struggling holding to take profits or whatever, if you're struggling with that, what I recommend doing is enter a position at the same time on your main account and funded, or funded or whatever in a paper account, and it'll help you hold longer. Because if you're in a paper account, you'd be like, well, if I was on a paper account, I'd hold till up here, right? And this could actually work as a long. I hope it doesn't, but it doesn't look bad. So this is one of those inverse fair value gap plays where this could work as a long. This is still in play, but I again, like I said, I wouldn't have taken this because we already hit the low on NQ. It's just 10 times more risky. I'll see if this plays out anyways. If I wasn't already in my MBS position right now, I probably would have tried an entry here. But I'm still in my MBS position. I'm just going to hold that and see what happens. Wow. Okay. YM's on crack right now. For my MES position's sake, I'm hoping we blast through this. If I was long biased, this would be a very perfect long, but I'm not. I'm hoping these don't matter, but if they do, it's just like, if we hit them, we'll be like, well, that's why I don't short with equal highs above, right? But it's not like, it doesn't, when I say there's equal highs above, it's just a rule. It's not like, oh, because of my skill in ICT, I think we're going to hit these. It's just my rules, because over time, shorting with equal highs above, usually that's when I lose the most. This is like another. See, I do not want to see this play out. This would be like the play for this long. About a 3.12 risk reward. This is about 2.29. This is where, like, okay, if you could enter a short and long and ES at the same time, think about it. I would totally do this because I know for a fact this is gonna get hit first or this is gonna hit first, and this risk reward is a 3.12. This risk reward is a 2.29. So no matter which one wins, you will be profitable. The only risky thing is, what if we go like this? And then go like this. Okay, I don't think that's going to happen because there is equal highs above, so I think we would go to these equal highs. But this is something else to think about, which if you're doing a funded, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there are some. Or like, I think you could trade NQ, maybe NQ and ES position at the same time. Like you could, because NQ hits outside here, you would long NQ and just short ES.
You could do 10 micros, 1 ES contract.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you could. That's smart. Yeah. Okay. I'm actually going to try to experiment with this a little bit. So, I'm going to do this. Oh, I can't. Never mind. I can't. Yeah, I can't. Never mind. I'm already in the MES position, so I can't enter second position. Yeah, but basically what I'm trying to say, if you don't understand math, you would still be profitable if one of these hit. Which my first choice is this one because this is one I had drawn first. This is my overall bias. But like I was just trying to show you an example. So far my first prediction is working. This does look pretty good in my opinion. We'll see if this final take profit hits. Again, YM is definitely on crack right now. YM swing back above the high, swing back almost below this low. This is CE of this wick. We never closed below it yet, so this is a important wick to watch. So here was the entry. It did hit 5 points on the entry. So 4147 was what I had it labeled as above these equal highs. It did hit the 5 points on the entry. So like if I was in this play, I'd probably would just move my stop to break even. Because once it hits that 5 points, that's 5 points. I'm totally taking 5 points if we get it. So you probably would, if you took this play, you would have been stopped to break even here. Okay, and the reason why that's a good idea is because whatchamacallit, because you're up 5 points on a day like today. That's pretty good in my opinion. Still think there's a possibility we go up to these equal highs. We held the CE pretty nicely. Also, again, I think this would be my first target on NQ. I think this would be a possible area we can rebalance, which is obviously still bullish for ES, right? So this is like a play I probably would have worked better. I mean, we hit the 5 points, but without hitting the stop loss, so it's still a pretty decent play. Definitely a play that would have worked better if weren't these equal highs up here. This is why I don't have a rule not to short. Fair value gap right here as well. Again, I think by tomorrow, I think we're going to be much lower, but this is more of a short-term thing. Okay, so there's almost a stop on this play, right? But if you were up 5 points, you still shouldn't be in this anyways, because you're up 5 points. That's 5 points is like the minimum threshold. I say, okay, once you're at 5 points, you move your stop to break even. 3 sometimes I do if the volatility's left, but on a day like today where the volatility is pretty good, 5 points is like the main spot. This an index commentary. So now we've equal highs right where the stop loss is actually. That's crazy. Alright, this probably is going to work up to this high. I'm assuming. I probably wouldn't have these drawn if these weren't, like, these are literally 3-minute equal highs, so that's the only reason I have them drawn. Okay, there is this. Damn it, I forgot to send this. Fuck. So now this has been tapped into, which is what I thought was going to happen. I'm not super confident this is going to get hit. Like, I'm not super confident we're going to go up and hit this. But now that the NQ has been rebalanced, that's fine with me. I still think there's... I don't know, I'm just going to keep these on here. I don't think this is a good idea shorting this because of these equal highs. This is where I want to see like a... If we get a boner candle through this high, I would think these are going to hit. I don't really know what to say right now. DXY still coming down to that level. I want DXY to hit down here. Okay, that's a good sign. Okay, this is the 5-minute fair value gap. Again, if we squeeze above this, this is obviously not a good spot to long, but if we squeeze above this, then that'll tell me, okay, we should hit these equal highs. Okay, right now it's just kind of like, okay, we're holding it, so not super confident we're gonna hit these yet until I see a boner candle going through this. This is like a really good If these weren't equal highs right here, this would be a very, very good short spot. But it's not like it can short anyways because, you know, it's against my rules. So. I'm gonna look at the lower time frame real quick. Yeah, so DXY, a lot of resistance to get through here. So this is one of those fair value gaps on NQ where you wouldn't short it, but you'd want to see it like rebalanced. And you wouldn't short it obviously because we hit sell side twice. We hit external and internal. But again, this is definitely where I would try a short if there weren't these equal highs here. I can't. It's against the rules. If we hit these equal highs and then get another possible short setup, then I'll probably look for one. So my MES position was stopped as well. I forgot to let you guys know that. Can't do anything about it though. I figured it would get stopped just because these equal highs. I mean, it's still a decent trade, you know. It's also equal highs on MES too. It's good to see. YM is all over the place. I really can't predict that right now, so I'm just not going to look at it. Again, this is usually where you see a boner candle if you see one because it's a good short fair value gap. It's a good fair value gap to short. So this is where you see all these guys get stopped out. So far I'm not seeing that boner candle yet though. And this is the 3-minute fair value gap. So I'm just going to kind of combine these. I just want to see a nice push through this. This is where, like, okay, if you're long, this would be probably where I'm selling most, or selling half my position, and then I'll leave the other half till up here if I was long, but I like how we got these equal highs here now. Is sell in here? Is this a harmonic or some shit? By the way, I haven't been checking chat. I keep forgetting, sorry.
It's an inverted herp and derp.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, I like how these equal highs here. This is telling me we're going higher. Yes, and the 157 or 171. Well, I'm gonna guess not 171 for the time being. Aldrin, I already took 2 real trades. The trade I kind of said was a possibility to take this morning, that was the one I took on my real account. Other than that, I haven't. This is, yeah, I don't like how we're not getting a good candle here. This is not what I want to see. Nighthawk with the harmonic coming in clutch. Yeah, I figured this looks like a harmonic to me. That's what I was asking. So we did sweep these equal highs by 1 tick, which I'm not really sure if that counts. I would say yes, it does count. Is the fair value cap at 4148 valid? Yeah, we already used this though. This is where the long entry was if we wanted to get into these equal highs. But if we went back down to it, obviously that wouldn't be a good entry anymore. This is getting to the point where, okay, so DXY hit this low target, okay. I still think we're going to go lower, which means ES higher. Should go higher, which is not a promise. Okay, can we get a good candle here? Yes or no? Take a mini broadening formation. I want to see us break out of it. Okay, well. This is like a, imagine if I was on a 15-second right now. This is a 15-second broadening formation. This is where it gets boring to watch. It's a 3-minute order block as well, so this is why you kind of see us stalling here. Again, equal highs above an order block, that's usually where you see a squeeze, because this is like a good short, but liquidity's up here, so the market's going to rather want to hit liquidity, you know what I mean? So like this is where, if we got a squeeze, this is where you'd see it.
What'd you say then? Equal highs above an order block?
Yeah, equal highs above an order block or fair value gap.
Because it's a short entry, but
yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah, I used to be like, when I traded my options, I was always be like, okay, I really want to chase here. The next second we'd get a boner candle, and Rick's always asked me how I knew that, and that's basically the main reason. Again, we're still rejecting this. There's still not even a close or anything above this order block telling me we're gonna go back up here. But if these weren't here, I'd totally slap this short right now. I'd go very, very heavy short if these equal highs weren't here. If I'm being completely honest. It's really against our rules though, so I can't do that. could do something like this possibly. Again, this is just a really, really good short spot for multiple reasons. But it's against my rules. See, is this a 5-minute fair value gap? No, it's not. Wow, so we actually still no close above this. So this is also something important to note. Okay, no 5-minute close above this at ES, unfortunately. This is a tiny 3-minute volume imbalance. I want to look at my footprint charts. I can see if this is accumulated or not, but my voice is going to lag if I do that. Oh shoot, I forgot to update that. Okay, so we are holding this volume balance a little bit. So this fair value gap right here, again, this would be like a textbook short for sure if these equal highs weren't here. So I would not take this. This could work. I just think it's way too risky. And we are holding the stream at a volume imbalance, so this looks like more of a Judah swing to me. So yeah, I just want to short that. Okay, you can see it's clearly failing here. Okay, you can see this is why I wouldn't have taken it. I'm hoping we just rip past above this high, but the XY still aiming for these lows here. If we hit these equal highs, I'm probably going to get off after that, no matter what happens here, just because the closer we get to FOMC minutes, the more choppier it's going to become. Because this is if there weren't equal highs up here, this would be a good short because it's a market structure shift, right? Okay, this is a fake market structure shift. This is the Judah swing because there's equal highs above here. So if you ever see this with equal lows, more likely than not, this is a Judah swing. And we usually do push up in these instances. So that's why. So like, see how this is a textbook market structure shift for the bearish fair value gap? Typically speaking. Okay, that's obviously like it happened the other day during lunch. Okay, remember during lunchtime, Same thing happened. We got a textbook market structure shift with a textbook market structure shift. So this is quite an interesting dump, actually. Because we hit the high here, I wouldn't long this for a value gap. Again, if we came up at this high, never hit the high, and then hit this, I probably would have tried longing this at these equal highs. But it's always more of a risk longing this with us sitting buy side here. It's getting very, very choppy here, which I do not like. And also, sometimes on these days, okay, these equal highs could be saved for FOMC mesh. I'm just not too sure. Create a little, I don't want this to see, like if I thought we were going to go hit these equal highs right now, this would have to be reclaimed, but it's not really. This is kind of a 50-50 spot for the time being. I don't like how, see how we just get this giant dumpy candle through, yeah, this is probably going to dump. This is where it starts getting choppy. I just don't like trading this. So YM doing, YM is dumping here. This is probably going to dump. DXY pumping over this internal high, damn. They might end up saving these, okay? So we're back in this for a value gap that Eldrin pointed out, okay? This is going to be a huge point of, I could definitely see this happening right here. Okay, if I'm not longing this just because this is starting to get a little choppy, a little sloppy delivery. If you shorted this, you would have gotten stopped out. Okay, it ends up working, but after you got stopped out. So this would still, I'm still saying this would be invalid. Okay, we would have gotten stopped out. It's just as simple as that. Why am I holding this low resistance liquidity line right now? Again, this one right here, I still went short because equal highs above. It's against our rules. Okay, and we're bouncing out of a higher time frame for a value gap after taking internal liquidity. Okay, even if this works, I don't care. It's just I don't think this is kind of risky to play right now. Lots of fake moves happening at the moment.
Sorry, why'd you say you went along that? Because we still have equal highs above?
Yeah. Or no, I said I wanted short it because we still have equal highs above, and we just took internal liquidity. What do you say?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't. This price action is getting a little sloppy. This is where I'd want to see us rip through to go hit those equal highs again. This is literally probably where I tried a lotto long, but I don't have my options account. Okay, we should keep pushing up here. This is, okay, I want to see us push through this. If you did long from this, I would probably scale here. Obviously, this is the final target, though. Okay, this looks like a good fair value gap, not a long, if we get it. I don't know if it's going to turn into a fair value gap or not, but... So you can see this is clear point of resistance here. Okay, that's to be expected. This is an inverse fair value gap and a bearish fair value gap. Okay, DXY, I do want to see you go down here still. These equal highs are being a bitch. Alright, if we get this fair value gap, I'll try a small long right here. Alright, I'm trying a small long here. My stop loss is going to be 3 points. My stop is under here. Again, this is probably a little risky. Might get stopped here. Very risky. This is very sloppy PA. And it's also 10:30, so 30 minutes after the 4-hour candle opened, so you could get an OHLC here. Okay, I'm probably gonna get stopped. Let's see. This is why this is very risky. This fair value gap right here. The only reason I did try this long is because we didn't hit this high. Alright, I'm getting out of break even here, guys. I don't like this. If this works, so be it. I'm gonna play this better safe than sorry. I don't like how he just totally dumped through that candle. So I'm getting out of break even here. I don't wanna, again, it's probably too risky of a trade. I don't wanna make you guys lose or anything. This is very sloppy price action in my opinion. NQ is also in a fair value gap, but I think we're gonna keep dumping, so I just got out of break even. Yeah, I don't like this price action at all. Let's see what YM's doing. YM, we're setting up more nice below resistance liquidity as well. This could still work, okay? I'm still kind of I'm still bearish on DXY, which should mean ES should go up here, but I don't like this price action, okay? There's too many fair value gaps, too many possible scenarios in this situation. I just think it's too 50-50, if you know what I mean, okay? I could see us dumping through this, and I could see us going up to these equal highs. I don't think that's worth it to play anything.
But I full ported longs.
Damn, Howie. I mean, hey, it could still work, you know? These fair value gaps are not being respected how I want them to be. Like, I could totally open a short position right here. Yeah, we're just dumping here. Damn. Damn, what a dump. See, this is why I got out so quick, boys. None of this is doing what I want. I think they're probably gonna end up saving these for minutes. See how like I don't let my stop get hit there. I just exit because I just have a good feeling we're gonna keep going down there. Okay, when you see a candle like this, okay, this is I'm not gonna let it hit my stop if I see a candle like this. Yeah, this PA. I mean, again, if you're following what I'm doing, okay, you wouldn't have taken a loss there. If you just stopped out when I said you should have stopped out, then good job. Okay. I think YM's probably gonna hit this low. Just not high probability price action in my opinion right now. Okay, I'm very glad I got out. That was a really good sell in my opinion. This is an important level, the CE. So it sucks. We never actually ended up closing above this fair value gap. This is why I was really risky longing up here anyways in the first place. This is still my overall target, okay? I still think we hit this. It's just, you got to be careful long it. You got to be careful shorting these equal highs. I can't. I just can't. It's too risky in my opinion. Okay, there's the low on YM. Okay. DXY pump back up into this fair value gap. Wow. So I want to see something like this, which again, this does not seem to be too correlated, which is good for ES. Got some low resistance liquidity here as well. Should hit these equal lows. That was so I recorded, so I've been recording this. That's a really good lesson. So it's good. I got the clip of me saying, okay, I'm getting out for break even here. I think I don't like this. Okay, that's like this right here. I look for invalidation candles. This candle was an invalidation candle. That's why I said that. Should take out these lows now. Slowing down. Obviously, it's slowing down because we hit this internal liquidity, but okay, there it is. Wow, I'm so lucky. I'm not gonna lie, I just chased that short. Holy shit. This is my final target. I don't know if we're gonna hit it right now. Okay, MQ should come back and hit this low. And ES should obviously hit this low as well. You can see I kind of went quiet a little bit. I actually, I shorted when I saw this candle right here. Okay. The reason why I did is because once you see in this, right, we took liquidity, we purged liquidity, went back up, failed swing high, and then we go into this fair value gap. Okay, if we ever go into a fair value gap a third time after we already took liquidity the first time, usually this means this is gonna fail. So I took a degen short there. This low should be hit. Yes, I have new week opening gaps on my other chart. We're literally in the middle of one right now. This is why we're kind of stalling. I still think we're going to go lower. So this is my other chart. You can see we're in the gap right now, obviously. Harley, I end up chasing short. I took a long, I don't know if you're in voice, I took a long here. I stopped myself out at break even though. On this invalidation candle. I'm glad I got a clip of that. I'm gonna post that to YouTube once this recording stops. That was like the perfect stop out I ever. That long was a short entry. I know. So my long, it became a short entry after he dumped through it, and this was the short entry. Yeah. So that's why I got out. I'm like, okay, I'd probably short this. But again, the reason why I didn't short this one is because these equal highs. But then when I see this, I'm like, okay, now this is telling me there's enough volume coming in, and we should dump farther after this. Versus this one, this is really against my rules to short because of these equal highs. And like I explained earlier, it's not, I'm not saying like, okay, I think the draws to these equal highs is just, I would rather see a draw to the equal highs before we go down again, you know? Very nice, Mike. That was a good trade. So if you look at the 3 minute or something. Again, I still think we might come up and hit these for minutes. If you're, I'd want to see this hold. Okay, I would not want to see you back above this. Same thing with like NQ. You could get something like this. This also is a not really a breaker because it's not a swing low, but so this is another good lesson. So the other day, okay, remember when we hit this body, this counts as hitting sell side liquidity. Okay, if I okay, see why this is sell side, equal low, sell side, no wicks. I still think we're probably going to go hit this low because I think we're going to be down. So DXY rejecting this fair value gap, but this is also bearish. I still think we're gonna hit this. Wow, so there's the low in YM. The only one that has not hit now is ES. This is gonna be a I want to see acceleration to this order block. I don't like how NQ is holding this order block. Again, no new positions should be taken here. This is just if you're managing position. Oh, someone added me. I gotta check it. Also, YM hit the low now, so now it's like 100 times more risky shorting ES down to this low, which... Yeah, I know, Elias, I saw. Yeah, I'm done for the day. I'm 3 for 3, technically with a stop out at break even, so I'm chilling. I really am tempted to re-short this. I'm just not going to, though. Yeah, so that was, if YM can displace, be a good time to flip sentiment. What do you mean by that? That was just a really good lesson. Just when that's like how you know to get stopped out in live time. That's a really good lesson in my opinion. NQ is still holding this fair value gap, or this order block, I mean, so that's obviously not good for ES. If YM can displace, yeah, so YM displaced a lot, and YM I figured it would, I just wasn't sure when. You could see we had that low resistance liquidity, right? So what does this low resistance liquidity tell me, right? It's gonna tell me that we're setting up to break through this at some point, you know? So that's what really told me, and that's kind of why I chased. It was just like a classical trend line break, you know? Yeah. So we grabbed sell side in 2 out of the 3. Okay, this is fair value gap on YM. You wouldn't really short, obviously, because we grabbed sell side, but same thing with this. If you're analyzing this in 3D, we know we've left uncapped sell side right here, but we already hit sell side on YM. We already hit sell side on NQ. So even if I did think we're gonna hit this would not be a smart play. This is 11 o'clock London reversals coming up, so with 11 o'clock London reversal we could still make a run on sell side. Okay, 2 minutes, 1050 hits in 2 minutes, and then possibly reverse from there. I think it's a good idea to be done for the day until FOMC minutes. We're kind of close to FOMC minutes, so if you're still trading, I would recommend really being done here. Okay, you can see we're clearly disrespecting this fair value gap, okay, which was expected because we already hit south side and NQ, right? NQ, there's the high off on NQ. Again, if you're still watching me and you're done for the day, I would probably get off my live stream. I'm gonna get off soon. I just want to see what happens here. If you traded ES today, man, that really sucks. It sucks for me too, because ES just didn't hit any of the targets. All NQ and YM hit about every target there was. I got some equal highs here. Okay, so this was used nicely as an inverse. Okay, love this setup. You can see we never got a candle close below it. DXY rejecting the fair value gap like I want. I think DXY is still going to go hit this low. The best possible case scenario here would be actually ES running this low and then DXY hitting this low. But I don't think that's going to happen. That would be like the best case scenario. Well, we could run the low right now. This is where it gets choppy. If you do run the low, it should be during this 10:50 macro time, 10:50 to 11:10. Really can't say with confidence what we're going to do right now. I mean, I want to run the low here, but so far so good. We just created more double equal lows here. This is where it's like, okay, this is where price action gets horrible. I'm gonna get off after whatever happens here, because I mean, my gun to my head, I think we go hit these lows, but I don't. Can't be confident. Wow, so DXY is dumping or pumping through this fair value gap again. Will ES finally do it? I call this the snake pattern, where you don't know what's gonna happen. It just chops. No, I'm just kidding. For real though, I think gun to my head, we should go with these lows here. If you guys didn't trade today, I'd be proud of yourself. Even though I took some wins in the day, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't have traded today. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off after this happens. Nice. Damn, I just got... Jesus, dude. I just chased the fuck out of that. See, I'm not even happy with myself right now. I don't even know what to say. I shouldn't have chased that. I'm not being disciplined today. You guys, I'm not saying anything, but I'm not disciplined. I just chased that short too. And I'm not even happy about it. Like, that was not a good play. Nice corn. Well. That was another 5 handles if you caught that. Okay. Why do you guys think I shorted that? What was my confirmation? It was not the fair value gap. No, not DXY. Not equal lows chase, no. Oh, shoot. Hey, $5. Nice. I didn't mean to do that. I had that limit order sitting there. Snake pattern, no. No, not a snake pattern. It has to do with the word 3D. No. No. Come on, guys. It starts with S. Yes, sir. Did you guys see it? So we got the SMT. This is why I shorted. Okay. It wasn't really because of the fair value gap here, just because I saw this SMT. what is this? This was a 4160. This is a 0.75 win. I'm not sure what that's from. Oh, I know why. It's because I thought I was on MES, so I bought and then canceled right away. If there's an SMT right before lows, I go short. But because literally, like on ES, this was my target. Okay. So that harmonic pattern did end up playing out because, see, that's harmonic patterns are very good. The harmonic pattern completion was right at 5.7, and as soon as it completed, we just dumped. That's why I was kind of cautious of. I wasn't sure whether you're gonna hit these or not. Damn, Fibnest told me that, and I was like, we've equal highs though. But harmonics are pretty good. Yeah, you can trade after FOMC minutes. Now it would probably not be in a trade anymore, but yeah. It was an SMT with NQ. See it? Right here. Lower high here. Higher high. I deleted my options account, but I was watching. Remember when I said I wanted to take options here? I was watching the contract the whole time. It went from, let me check, 0.25 to 1.25. Damn. That is crazy. Alright, well, not a bad day. I was kinda locked in there. I wasn't really reading chat that much. Alright, I'm probably, so again, that's, when I came in here this morning, I said my bias is bearish. Okay, this is, final target was hit on ES. Okay, I still think there's possibly room more down. Okay. This is my target on NQ, as you guys know. It's tough having a short bias and seeing equal highs left above. I hate that, but I mean, my bias is still right. It's tough to play. You have to weigh the risks.